Hello, everyone. I am Anna and I'm from the IT department. This is Nate. He's joined me today. He is my boss, technically, and my lovely co worker. I'm going to watch out. We're going to be discussing phishing today, and we actually just had a really great chat, which we recorded. So we'll jump to that in a moment. And we hope you enjoy.
So phishing is effectively just people looking for your information. So like phishing, it's spelled with a PH in this case, because IT people are special. But yeah, it's looking for your information, whether that's your personal details that they can use somewhere else, whether that's credit card information, or just information that they can use to be able to either steal your identity or take your money. The person that's phishing you is often not going to know you. It's not going to be someone that you know. They've got your email details from some list somewhere, and they're sending you something to be able to try and get information from you. If
Mhm.
you respond to that email, or you click on it and you're looking, and you go through to something, then they can start to get information. So often what it will be is like you'll go, okay, your bill is overdue. Click through to go and pay it, and you'll click through to a bill, like let's say it's Netflix, and you go, okay, I haven't paid my Netflix bill. So you click through it, and it won't take you to netflix.com to pay the bill. It'll take you to some variant of that. And it will look the same as far as the page is concerned, but the actual URL in the top bar will be different. And so you'll go and enter in your credit card details to pay your bill, and then they've got that information that they can go and use freely. So
Mhm.
basically, that's one of the things that you should be looking for, is in terms of anything in the email, if it looks dodgy in terms of it's poorly worded, but also one of the really good things to do is to hover over any links in an email, because the link will tell you where it's going. So it might say www.netflix.com,
Ooh,
but when you actually hover over the link, it'll say I'm going to take your money.com.
I'm
Not
going to take
that
your
obviously,
money.com.
but yeah, that's effectively what they're looking for. And so you can hover over the links to see where they're actually taking you,
Mhm.
because yeah, everything about these emails these days can look really legitimate, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's worth not like you got to check all those little things so you don't get done by them.
So it sounds to
Um,
me like it's more of a individual risk than an organizational risk. Is
Look,
that
it
right?
could be, but it could be, but it depends, because in an organization, let's take an example of what happens is they can insert themselves into the middle of effectively into conversations. And so let's say you've got your CFO, who is controlling your money, and the CEO who has the ability to say, I want you to purchase this. So what can happen in that is that they can effectively insert themselves into the middle of that situation and say, you know, effectively pretend like they're the CEO, and say, please authorize this payment out to this address.
Yeah.
And the CFO, without looking at it well, goes, yep, the CEO's told me to do something. I'm going to go do it. And that's a version of that. Another way, often in that sort of scenario, is the change of bill address. So let's say we send out our invoices out to clients,
Hmm.
and we have a bank change, for example, and so if someone else is in the middle of that, that's the man in the middle of man in the middle attack, which can come from phishing, is effectively them inserting themselves into the middle of that conversation and saying, hey, we've changed our bank, go and send the invoice, like pay this invoice to this location, and then
Yeah.
someone pays it and they've sent it completely somewhere else, not to the actual vendor that they thought they were. So
Okay.
that's sort of another version of these types of attacks.
And that could be big money. Like that wouldn't have to be then getting your Netflix $17. That's could
No.
be thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah, and look, there are certainly a lot of cases in that's actually happened. And um, I've heard of other organizations talking about it where they've lost hundreds of thousands, in that kind of scenario, because they've sent the invoices out. They've got big payment orders, and and then once you've done it, it's kind of done. So yeah,
Mm.
there definitely is a lot.
I hear you say on the phone all the time to people that it only takes one individual to engage for an organization to be completely compromised.
Yeah,
So,
look, depending on the person and depending on how much information they have, but yeah, your weakest
yeah.
link is a single person, unfortunately. So, things that we include in our service is phishing training. So, like, we'll
Hmm.
send out, you're going to get done by this one day, I'm sure of it, Anna, but we'll send out, we do it internally as well, but we
Good.
send out, emails they look legit. So you can effectively spoof them like they look like they're coming from Microsoft. And and look, this is what you have to deal with these days, is they are very sophisticated. It's not just the Nigerian prince asking for your money anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of them look very legitimate, and so you can, like, even I've looked at it and gone, I could get done by this. Like, I've looked at it and gone, this looks legitimate except for one thing, which was the hover tactic. That's the one I use the most, is hovering over any link and then seeing where it's going to take you. You don't click on it, you just hover over it and it'll show you the little, I'm taking you to, I'm going to steal your money.com.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, it does take only one person. So, continual training and using things like that, where you can do that, because we can send it out to an organization and go, all right, we've sent out 30 emails and these 5 people clicked on it. It's not about naming and shaming. It's about going, okay, there's some education that needs to happen there to go, this is the stuff that you should look for, so that next time when it is legitimate, or sorry, when it's illegitimate, that they're not going to get done by it.
Yeah. So I guess just to round out our chat, is there anything else, I guess, the people who are watching this video can be mindful of or looking to do immediately to help them guard against phishing emails?
Yeah, sure. So the multi-layered approach is really important. So having, mail filtering and also your antivirus and stuff like that will also, stop dodgy links at times. So, you want to have multiple layers of that, but also training, as you in that approach as well. So you've got your software, but also some of that education piece is really helpful, because that's the last line of defense, is, the click.
Yeah. And I guess like a company that could help you do that if you weren't able to do that would be super helpful. Do you know of one?
Do I know of any? No, I'm not sure. I don't know of any IT professionals that can help you with that.
You're all on your own. Good
luck. Yes, we can definitely help. So yeah, like if you've got questions in that space, please just shoot us a message to see if we can help. But likewise, if you've got needs in that space, then more than happy to be able to have a chat.
Awesome. Until next time.
That's what we're going to call this. We call this Cheers with Anna, Coffee with Anna.
Yes. Cheers with Anna. Some days it's wine, some days it's
That's
tea.
It's always wine. It just looks like a coffee cup. You've got one.